You are now listening to Talk Your Jits podcast.
Welcome back to the Talk Your Jits podcast. This podcast is, as the name implies, all about jiu-jitsu. I'm your host, Lamar Smith. And stepping on the mats today, we have a purple belt who trains out of Marshall Judo and Jiu-Jitsu, located in Marshall, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, Garrett Latta.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up? Not too much. I just got out of work.
Yeah, I know that feeling, man. But first and foremost, man, I appreciate you taking out the time to come do an episode with me, man.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. I'm all about it, man. I live and breathe it.
Gotcha. Well, let's not keep the people waiting, man. If you want to formally introduce yourself again, by all means, and let's hear about your jiu-jitsu journey so far.
Okay, so I started in Lansing actually. I was just fresh out of high school. I grew up wrestling. So I was like,
Okay.
I was kind of like watching a lot of fighting and stuff like that at the time. And I was like, well, I'm gonna start just look up a gym around me. And then I found Lansing BJJ. And this gym is no longer around. It's where the Popeyes is over by Horrocks.
Okay.
And yeah, so I joined up on that gym, and the instructor there was only a blue belt. So my first like 2-3 years, I had a blue belt instructor, and there was like three guys training in this little ran out space in Lansing. And yeah, that was quite the
Nice.
beginning.
That's a good, hey, you don't need a lot of space, man. You don't need a lot of people to learn jiu-jitsu.
Oh
Just
yeah.
give me a little space and some mats, man. I'm happy.
Oh, that's all we had. It was a good place though. It started my love for the sport, you know.
Gotcha. But what got you hooked? Like what made you like, you know what? I can see myself doing this for a while.
Well, like there weren't very many people there, and then we had like two guys come down from another gym. I don't even know what it was, and they were way better. And I was like, "Oh, you can get good at this." And I remember the one guy would just toss me up, and he was like only a purple belt at the time, and he would just do whatever he wanted to me. And I was a big fish in the small pond there because I wrestled, but when he came down, he did whatever he wanted, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta get good." Once you get whooped a couple times, you know, you'll kind of turn it up a little bit.
Man, I think I say that's a lot, man. That's everyone's story about jiu-jitsu. Like they got smoked that first time out, and it's like, oh, that would never happen again.
Well, that's kind of what happened because I was like lifting a lot of weights and I got all big and strong. Well, big for me, I was 160, but like, you know, muscle. And
Mhm.
uh our the black belt sister school was Chet Schramahorn. He runs a school down in Indiana, or used to. I'm not sure if it's still there, but it's a really nice, respectable school. Great guy. And my old coach was a blue belt under him. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna go check out Chet's school. And so I drive all the way down to Indiana, and I show up and get whooped by the 60-year-old, gray-haired, you know, just old-looking hippie guy. Just did whatever he wanted to me again.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's funny. That's funny.
yeah.
So you said, so the school you at now. So this is where you obviously currently train. So you've been there since since you after you left that first school?
Yeah, I went to Kalamazoo BJJ. I got my blue belt there under Ben Lindo. That's a really good gym too. That's a Carlson Gracie gym. Another
Okay.
really respectable gym. I loved it. I learned a lot
Mhm.
there. They're very traditional though, and it was fun. But I kind of started getting into MMA at that point, and I was
Gotcha.
like, well, and then So I moved back to Lansing and joined up in an MMA gym, had a couple fights, and then kind of decided fighting wasn't for me. And I was like, well, I'm more of a grappler. I like grappling. So then I moved back to Marshall, and a gym opened up right down the road, like just jujitsu, and it was like walking distance from my house. So I'm like,
Oh
well,
man,
yeah, it's too easy. And I was
too
like, well, I gotta
easy.
check this out. And then the coach is just me and him got along great, and that haven't turned back since. Got my purple belt there, and hopefully I'll stay there for as long as possible because that's a great gym.
That's dope. That's dope. And you can't beat that, man. Isn't walking distance? Oh, man, I'll kill for that.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. I used to drive 45 minutes. I had another one I drove like an hour for. Sometimes I'd drive out of state to get training. Like it I used to cover some ground.
I'd see, man. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop complaining about my 30 minutes now because 30 minutes is my limit. I'm like, I don't want to drive no longer than that, man. Because at that point, I'm like, I'm
Oh,
just gonna go. I'm just not gonna go.
you're gonna be too tired by the time you get there. You're like, man, I don't want to do
I
nothing.
know. Like that's the
Yeah,
hard part, man. Just getting there. But yeah, you lucked up on that one.
yeah, and even now, I mean, I'll have some days where I'm being lazy. I'm like, well, it is pretty close. I probably just should. And like now I help out coaching a little bit and stuff like that. So it's a little bit, I feel like I'm more part of the family at this gym than I ever have at a different one.
Okay. Okay. And how long you been at this one? You said since your blue belt, right?
Yeah, yeah. So,
Okay. So that's been a couple years. Okay. Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the third year that I've been here. But and they're like a Jack Toffer and Hickson Gracie affiliate,
Mm-hmm.
and Jack Toffer, he's came down a couple times, and man, you think like there's black belts and then there's black belts. That guy, woo, he's like he's
Yeah.
one of those people that uses a lot of momentum sweeps. So it's
Oh,
not just
okay.
like a certain move, he'll just transition all your body weight. I don't know. I've never felt somebody grapple like that. It's really weird.
Oh yeah. Got to use that motion, man. If they want to go that way, help them out. Keep taking them that
Yeah,
way.
absolutely. And like that's what I liked about him is he had like a very good way of describing it. Because like he'll come down every now and then and do a seminar at our gym. And like him and
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Fivey came down last year, and that one was pretty cool. That was really interesting. They're like because they're such different teachers, but they're kind of teaching the same
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how me and like the other instructor at our school is. Like we came under the same instructor, but our games are totally, two different, we played two different games. So yeah, I like that. And it's
Yeah,
funny that you
like
mentioned about like how there's different levels of black belts. Earlier this year we had went to Cali for one of our grandmaster got like his red belt. He got his red belt. I almost said coral belt. He got his red belt. And we had just got we haven't even been a year yet as a black belt. So like, we got down there, we were like, okay, it's cool. And then when you see wall to wall of just like high ranking people, and you still end up being the lowest one on the pole, it's like, dog, what the I thought I
oh,
made it. It's
you're like,
like,
yeah, I thought I was done at black belt. What's this?
I mean, because like like obviously there's it's like once you get your black belt, you get you got your degrees after that. But it's like
Yeah,
you go in the room and because at first we did it was like a no-gi thing with Marco Hua.
okay,
And if you don't know who this guy is, look him up.
yeah,
But if you do know, this guy is intense even now. Like if you see him on Instagram, he still trains like he's about to fight tomorrow.
yeah. He's
So
always been a killer.
he's a beast, man. He is a killer. So we get ready to do the group picture, and it was lining us up by rank. So we're like, it's no-gi, so no one knows what rank anybody are. So they call all the white belts in the back. It's still like a big group of people on the floor. They call blue belt, like blue and purple belts, and we're still looking around like, are these people are black belts? And then he's like, then we got to the black belts. He was like, this rank, this rank, this rank, this rank, and we're looking like, dog, we're still at the bottom. Like we still at the bottom. Like we're black belts, but we're like the white belt black belt. Like we're still that first stepping into it. But yeah, it was definitely a good experience overall. But yeah, just going back on what you're saying, like how there's like different levels, like there's different levels of black belts, and just being in that room alone is just seeing so many different styles and how people approach the same thing. Like I would approach guard differently than how you approach someone being in your guard. And it's just like mind blowing how versatile it can be.
Yeah, that's like part of why I like my gym now is because like my coach is all very heavy. He's like 250, and I mean like a muscly older man, and like he's just all top pressure, all pressure pass. And then I'm like, I kind of just go with the flow, and I'm like, whatever you want, move me, I'll catch something. Like I roll and flow with it a lot more. And he's just like, nope, it's like a brick. But so the contrast of styles makes it kind of fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, and especially it's good for both you guys because you learn how to deal with someone that deals with pressure passing and stuff like that. Because that's how our school is. We're more, that old style grind type of smash pass school. We don't just hop out of your guard. We're taking a limb with us. If you want to leave your leg there, all right, I'll put it by your shoulder next time. So and then when you go to other schools or you roll with other people and they try that and this is like, oh, all right.
Yeah, it turns out buggy chokes don't work, huh?
I know. I was like, how's that working out? How's that working out for you? Or like you see someone. Or like, you roll with someone and they go for a triangle and it's like, oh, thank you. Now I'm about to fold you in half.
Yeah, we got one guy who I roll with all the time. And like, how when you roll with the same group of people, how they all kind of learn each other's style and it gets like harder all the time. And then like it sort of turns into nobody subbing anybody and you kind of just end up rolling if there's not very many people. So we had one guy. He's a pretty big guy. Like, I think he used to be over 300 pounds, and he's kind of like dipped down since doing jiu-jitsu. But nice. Anytime I roll with this guy, I shoot up a triangle on him. He'll just grab it, flop over the side. And I'm like, I feel like I have a pretty good triangle. I can triangle most people. Nothing on him, ever. He laughs in my face when I do it. I'm like, man, I got to readjust this attack here. I need a new game plan.
Right. We have a blue belt like that, man, where he's a very scrappy young kid and his just how much he's evolved since he's been training with us. Cause like at first, we'll roll with him and it's like, okay, I can play around. But now it's like, all right, I'm gonna have to put a little effort in this.
Every now and then, seriously,
I gotta try a little bit, like, whoa. Because like we were rolling one day and he got this back take and I don't even remember how he got it. And I was like, okay, I don't wanna show that caught me off guard. So I just played it off and didn't say nothing. But after the round, I was like, ooh. I was like, if you just a little bit more.
You're just trying to keep your poker face on the whole time.
I know, right? You know how coaches do once they started losing, we started coaching people like, no, fix this.
No, well, if you're doing it wrong, you should actually do it on the other side.
Right. I'm in my mind like, whew, I was almost out. I'm like, no, good job.
Oh man. Get you sweating. Panic and
right? Get me sweating. And it's like now I was like, dude, I don't have to I can't take it easy on you guys anymore.
Yeah,
it's gotten to that point where it's like I gotta kick it up a little bit, but that's a good thing though. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, I I love it because I'm like, okay, well now I gotta think of something like more sneaky that I don't do all the time that they haven't seen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Try to pull some old tricks out. I love it when they
Yeah,
come
I
up and
said.
show
You
something.
said
They're like,
what?
"Hey, do you know this?" And it's some old move that I forgot I even knew. And it's like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good one."
Yeah, sure. Yeah, don't do that no more. But yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
Or I like when you know they try to use one of your signature moves on you. It's like, come on, man. Like I taught you
man.
this, but I didn't teach you the defense of it. Like, chill out.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big Darce guy. I love Darces, and every now and
Mm.
then they'll grab one on me, and I just do like the hard frame, and you one here, just hard
Uh,
frame, and just sit there. They'll sit there blowing their arms out. I'm like, nope, no way, that's my move.
nope. Right. Like, okay, now let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, I said I'll let you pop my head off before I let you catch me in that. No way.
I know, right?
That and guillotines, no front headlocks.
That's me. I'm a guillotine guy. Like I would try to
Oh,
find a guillotine no matter what position I'm in. And when they try to do it on me, I'm like, you can't use what I use on me. No. Tap into a guillotine, sir. Oh.
absolutely not. Yeah, like
Like
that's how
I'm not getting shot with my own gun. Chill out.
Yeah, that's how I got into Darces. Is like I was really into guillotines, and then like people started defending the guillotine, so I was like, okay, arm in guillotine, and I'd start
Army
like
guillotine,
working on
yeah.
those. Yeah, and then people started defending that. I'm like, Darce, get those from different positions.
That's it,
Like,
man. Everywhere.
find something.
Everywhere.
There's always a hole. There's always a way through.
Definitely. Definitely. So do you compete?
I haven't competed lately. I just injured my rib, but you
Mm.
know how that goes. But I competed a ton as a blue belt. I probably had 100 matches, give or take. And yeah, it was fun. I haven't competed too much as a purple belt yet, though. I think I had like the last one I did like an expert Fuji, and I did double gold, and that was
Okay.
I think that was last year. So I guess I have competed a little bit as a purple
A little
belt.
bit. Gotcha. I mean, so how do you feel about competing? Is it something like you look forward to doing, or is it just kind of like a if I do, I do it, I don't?
So like when I was a white belt, I was competing a ton. I would do like pretty much a tournament a month. And then like blue belt, I was still competing a good amount. And then like just lately, I don't know, I'm starting to get old, man. So I'm like, I gotta slow down. I can't be working that hard all the time. I got a full-time job. It's hard, but I mean, I'll probably still do a few tournaments here and there, but feelings on it, it it's a mixed bag. Like
Mm-hmm.
build up to it, you got the excitement, you got your beginner nerves, for the first few until those kind of burn off. And then like afterwards, it's always the most fun ever. Afterwards, you're like, oh dude, I'll compete tomorrow. But
Yeah.
like right before, you're like, oh, this is so nervous. I don't want to do it. And then I don't know, you go compete, and usually it goes all right. Never been
Yeah.
hurt in
Yeah.
competition. I've always been all fine afterwards. It's usually fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time, next one comes around, it's a blast and you're
Right.
all
It's a
excited again.
blast. Yeah, I used to like when I didn't start competing until like purple belt. Like I don't know what made me wait so long, but I've only did like four or five, but I want to do more next year. But one of the best advice my instructor gave me was he said, don't look at it as a tournament, just look at it as a big giant open mat. Like just
Yeah.
go out there, have fun, roll, get, work your game, learn something new, make friends and enjoy.
Yeah. You definitely you just have to keep the nerves out of it. That's the thing. Like the
Yeah.
most tired I've ever been in my life is after a couple jiu-jitsu matches. I got pictures of me sprawled out on the floor with my gi open where I look like I'm having a heart attack because I don't know, there's just an adrenaline dump.
Oh God, dude! Especially if you're doing both gi and no gi, because
And they give
you
you
have
no
to
break.
wait so long. No, not the break. This is sometimes it takes long. Well, it depends on the organization. Because I know for with grappling industry, sometimes like your no gi matches are in the morning, and then like your gi matches is later on that day. So you just got so much time in between. So it's just like, oh my God, dude! Like,
Yeah, you're like losing motivation throughout. Just trying to stay awake.
yeah, because what like by the time I got done with the no gi division, I looked at the time. I think it was like maybe like 12 or something, and I think my next match was until like 3:30.
Oh,
So it was
that's
like
horrible.
I was like, oh, I just had like all like these matches for no gi, and now I'm about to hit this adrenaline dump. So by the time I get ready for gi, I'm not gonna want to do it.
Yeah, all your
But
muscles are shot too after a hard match or something.
yeah, all I can do is just ball up in the corner and try to like sleep some of it off, man. But that
Have
didn't
someone
work.
shake your arms out.
Right. I'm like, dude, I'm tired. I'm just so exhausted. And, being a big guy is like, once you hit 220, it's 220 and up. So everybody just big in my division. So just like, all right, dude. Okay. All right.
You're like, it's gonna take work to move anybody.
So yeah, but I like the tournament scenes now. I'm probably just gonna start just going to some just to go, just being around the atmosphere. But yeah, I like competing. I like the idea of competing.
It it is fun. I've learned a lot throughout competition. I mean, I had like two cage fights. I had a Muay Thai fight, and I mean, I've always had way more fun in jiu-jitsu. It's just so fun. I don't know, and maybe it's because I'm just better at it. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but it's
I
awesome.
mean,
I love it.
you ain't gotta worry about being intentionally punched in the face, stuff like that. So I get it. I get it.
Yeah, it definitely helps not getting punched in the face, but you know.
Yeah, So I know you're talking about like injury, like you injure your rib. And I you probably can contest to this too because I was talking to another guest about how like he said he's been training taekwondo for like 20 plus years, and he's been training jujitsu for like not even half that. He said he got more injuries in jujitsu than anything else, and I'm like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you're hydrated, vitamins, everything. I don't know. Good luck.
Because
Don't
when I
roll
tell
hard.
you, man, right, there's not one joint on my body that does not hurt. Like it does
Yeah,
not hurt.
that's just how it is, man. My knees used to not even pop. Now I don't know.
Man, what? My right knee, I cannot go a day without wearing my knee brace. Like I can't.
Oh,
I can't. It just
ugh.
right. It's like I know I need to get it checked out, but I'm not ready for that conversation. Be like, yeah, you might need to take some time off and let it heal.
Ugh.
I'll I'll take tomorrow off. And that's it. That's all I can promise you. But by Friday, I'm going to be on the mat, so I'm going to be doing something. I know it.
You're like, I'm not just sitting on this thing. No way.
Because the
Yeah,
longest the longest I've taken off was like a month because I had surgery, and that killed me. I was like, I'm never. I don't want to do this again. Not
yeah.
being around jiu-jitsu for a month. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I remember we trained all through COVID. Shh. And yeah, we'd have to like sneak over to this building. You'd either call someone, throw a rock, like it was like I don't know. It was crazy how bad things got there for a minute. Some gyms were rolling masks on. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, I
We did
guess.
that.
But
We did that. We did that. We
it's
roll with
so
masks.
hard.
Yep.
Yeah, might as
Terrible.
well have someone's hand over there. Can't hear, can't breathe. Ugh, make you pass out.
Yeah. Because we was like, all right, man, this shutdown gonna be easy. We're gonna get maybe a couple weeks. It should turn to months. And we like, all right, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna put these masks on. We're gonna, separate as best way we can. We split the mat into like 4 quadrants because we don't have that big of a class, so like everyone has space. But everyone seems to do this when they roll. Just everyone just gravitates towards each other when they roll. So
in the beginning,
I was like, yeah, that don't work.
In the beginning, one of my coaches was like, "Yeah, we'll just if you guys aren't comfortable with it, we can still maintain social distance." And I was like, "Dude, we're not gonna learn jujitsu through social distance. I'm sorry, but it's not gonna happen. Not possible."
When you have to be this close to somebody, how is this? This is not 6 feet.
Yeah, the shoulder justice doesn't really work from 6 feet away.
Right. I can't hit my sweeps from 6 feet away. If I could, I'll be the man, but I need that contact. I need to be close.
For real. That's like always the answer. Go. Forward pressure.
Go. Forward. Just go. Just go. Keep tight. Pressure. Can't do that 6 feet away, unfortunately.
But yeah, I still managed to train all through that. And then, I don't know. It's always been injuries that make me take time off. This rib's already got me out for a month. And that's kind of driving me crazy.
Yeah. Oh, God, dude. I think a few months ago, I don't even know how I injured my rib because I didn't feel it until I went to an open mat and we were rolling and I went to come underhook because he had me in side control, came up, and next thing you know, I just felt like this stabbing pain in my rib. And I was just like, what the hell was that? And I was like, oh, I should go get this checked out. And I was like, all right, let's go. Like it don't hurt when I move. I did this. I was like, it's not broke because I'm all right. Let's go. I don't know what it is, but let's go. But that was stupid. But I don't know what it was. I think it was like a muscle or something. But
man, see, I knew mine was hurt right away. We were doing like King of the Ring, so everyone you try to stay in the middle. Whoever gets a takedown, you move up, and we did like smallest to biggest. So like as it's going, you're getting bigger and bigger people that you gotta shoot and take down. Well, I shoot and take down. I'm not an upper body takedown guy. I'm a freestyle wrestler. That's And so I go to shoot a double on this guy, and he sprawled on me. And I don't know. I think I was trying to stand back up because it was like King of the Ring. And I'm like, I'm not letting you get this takedown. I tried to stand back up. I just felt something completely rip. It sounded like he ripped a piece of paper. And I was like, I don't know what that was, but it hurt really bad.
Oh, God.
That was rough. I just laid there for a minute. I had to have someone help me up. Oh, it was bad. But I don't know. We're getting better. I'm almost back. Another week.
Right. We'll see by tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe open that on Saturday.
Right. Well, I'll roll light.
Just drill.
I'll just right. We'll just work some drills, just some quick passes. We'll keep it safe. We're responsible adults in jiu-jitsu, right?
Absolutely.
Because when I had that surgery and they was like, oh, you're not gonna be able to do any heavy lifting or twisting or turning.
Oof.
So they was like, so you might have to take some time off of work. And they was like, by the way, what do you do? And I looked over at my wife and I was like, yeah, I teach martial arts for a living. And the whole room just got quiet. And the doctor was like, yeah, you're definitely not doing that for a little while. So I was just like, how long is a little while? He's like, to be on the safe side, we're going to take you off about 3 weeks. So I was like, all right, we'll see what happens.
I said I do it for a living.
Right, I live to do this. Like, this is what I do. Yeah. And it was a mess, man. It was such a mess. And it was like, I think like after 2 weeks, I was like, okay, I got to get out this house. I was like, I'm going to go to class, but I promise you I'm not going to get on the mats. And my wife was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to class. And I'm like, before you say anything, my bag is upstairs. No, there's nothing in the car. I lift up my jacket. I was like, I don't have nothing under me. I don't have no rash guard, no shorts or nothing. I'm literally just going to just get out the house and just go to class, just be in the environment. She's like, all right, don't let me find out you was rolling. I was like, I promise you I'm not. I promise you. But I just had to get in that atmosphere, man. I missed it so much.
Cut to you rolling in your hoodie. That's how it is sometimes, man. It's just like
don't post
sometimes
this.
it's just
Don't post this.
you know?
Yeah. Because even on days where, I would just go to class, not necessarily want to train, but just to go and be in the, like I said, the environment, I still end up working out. I still end up being on the mats because someone going to ask a question. And I'm like, all right, man, come here. Let me show you real quick. It's like, well, you should just get dressed for class.
Yeah, you end up walking out, at least like stretching or doing something healthy.
Because you're going to get there, you're going to be like, all right, I'm not dressed. I don't have my gear. I'm just going to chill. All right, let me take my shoes off. All right, let me just step on the mats. Let me get, like you said, let me get some stretch in there. Next thing you know, you flow rolling with somebody that you know you're not supposed to be doing this right now.
Man, but I hit the foam roller.
I know, right? Like, come on, I didn't do nothing. I rolled with the smallest guy in the room. I didn't go for the big guy. I didn't have nobody pressure top on me. I rolled with the lightest guy in the room. I'm okay.
I'm just now like getting out of my early 20s, and it's like, dude, those injuries, I'm telling you, they start creeping up on you.
For real. I mean, I'm only 37. I'll be 38 next year, but my body feel like it's like 60.
Yeah,
my body feels like it's 60.
I remember my grandpa. He goes, "What are you doing that for?" He's like, "Man, when you're my age, you're not gonna be able to move." And I was like, "Yeah, probably."
I'm trying to prevent that. Like I'm trying to be able to move when I'm in my 60s or 70s. Like,
it's like, no, stretch first, eat healthy, and you'll be fine. That's all.
And just keep moving. That's all you gotta do is just keep moving.
Yeah, I'll still be doing jiu-jitsu. I'll be out there like Helio.
That's the plan, man. That's the plan. I want to roll until I can't physically roll no more, and I'll still try.
Absolutely.
Because like our grandmaster Mansoor, he's up there. I want to say he's in like in the 70s or 80s, one or two, and he got sick one earlier this year, and it was like, okay, dude, it's time to wrap it up. Like you can't do this no more. But how do you tell a man who's been doing jiu-jitsu since he was like 4 years old to stop doing jiu-jitsu now?
Yeah, I don't think you do.
It can't happen. They was like, there's no way we can keep this man from this. And he was like, if I stop, I die. And it's like, it makes sense. Like, yeah, you've been doing this your whole entire life, and then all of a sudden someone's telling you that you can't do this anymore. Like, you'll lose your mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would.
Yeah.
Sheesh. I'm like
if you live and breathe it like that.
Yeah. I was like, you might as well take me out now, because I'm not gonna stop doing this. Like, Like, not at all, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I love it, man. It definitely helps, like mentally, physically, everything. It's worth it. Any injury I've ever got, I was like, well, usually I just took a couple months off and it was better. I've never had to have any surgeries. Everything's been fairly minor. And it's just, I don't know. The sports, everyone says the cliche, jiu-jitsu saved my life, but it didn't necessarily save my life, but it's definitely helped a lot.
Oh, no, it definitely saved mine. It may be cliche, but it definitely did make some good changes. I can't say that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of dark times where it's like, I'm just going to go get on the mat real quick.
That's it. Like, oh, I'm mad. Hit the mats. Gotta hit the mats, man.
Yeah, not thinking about nothing.
I can't imagine what I would be doing without having to be in jiu-jitsu, man. Because Like it got to a point where once when I started training and I would be like, I'll be looking for a job and they'll ask me my schedule. I'm like, I can work every day but Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll give up my weekends just to have Tuesdays and Thursdays off so I can go train.
Oh yeah, I remember being on
Like,
third shift and going straight from work all the way over to Lansing and doing training there. And like I'd be cutting into my straight sleep time to go train. I'd be going rolling on like rolling on like 2 hours of sleep. And just like, well, I'm gonna go anyway.
Right.
Driving. I'm like, well, it's still worth it.
Because you would hate yourself if you didn't go. No matter how tired you are. If it's a day of jiu-jitsu and you don't go, she's just so miserable. Just so miserable.
Yeah.
I know, at least for me, I know.
Yeah, that's why, and it's like even if you get bored or whatever, go visit a different school, spice it up, go roll with some new people.
Right, go meet some new bodies. Right, go spice it up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a relationship. You don't gotta be loyal. I mean, tell your coach maybe, but
right. Of course. Yeah.
But yeah, like I'll bounce over to Kalamazoo still. I'll get training over there every now and then, just because like they got a nice facility at AZO over there, Alliance, and so like it's fun to get over there and get rolls every now and then. They're a little bit farther away from me, so I don't make it over there too much. But yeah, I'll still jump around here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I try to do that too. There's a couple schools I visit that's not too far from here. I just like be so busy where it's like, man, I wish I can go here every day and here on this day and there that day. But life doesn't work that way. So I try to get as much as I can when I can,
Yeah. And that's probably where like the real good learning comes in too, is like with the people who you train with all the time, because they know your style and they can be like, hey, what about this? Maybe give you some extra tips or I don't know, any little thing.
Oh yeah, man, it's always good to get a fresh pair of eyes when it comes to jiu-jitsu. Like I don't even care if you are a white belt and you see something and maybe something I haven't seen before or I haven't explored, and you come in and ask a question, it's like, oh well, shit, I might have to use that in my own game. So
yeah,
I've learned a lot of stuff from white belts, believe it or not. Like if you don't believe you can't learn from white belts, then I don't know what you're doing, because I learned something. Like I saw this one kid at a tournament. It looked like a pendulum swing, the way they did the sweep, but I was just like, I never thought to swing swing my legs like that. And it was just like, all right, I'm definitely repping that when I get back to the gym.
yeah, it's definitely worth a shot. See what this guy's doing.
Like, yeah, I can figure that out. If a child can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, we got one white belt in our gym that's just like naturally just really good at taking backs. I don't know, like even I'm pretty good at keeping him off. Like he'll just surprise me every now and then. It'll be like once every like 10, 15 rolls, he'll just like, whoop, and there he is. I'm like, whoa, just somehow, I don't know. It's not necessarily, I don't know. Sometimes they just like teleport there.
And y'all both sitting there looking surprised, like, how'd you get here? Like, I don't
know. No way. No idea. Magic.
Like, all right, I'm here. Right. Like, I'm here. Well, fuck it. Keep rolling. Let's go. So your school, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, I did you know who Damian Maya is? Yes, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite fighters, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I went to a seminar of his, and this was like way back. I was a white belt at the time. And he just showed the absolute most basic things. And it was, he just did the most basic things at the highest level. And that's all it was. But it was so cool to watch him do it. And like, one of the things he showed us was just a basic like grip break in a gi. And just how he described it. was so much different, and I was like, oh wow, that's a totally different. Like it's like he's seeing everything with goggles on. Like just he has
Yeah.
different vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what thing I love about jiu-jitsu too is when you get to a certain level and you see a technique so many times, but it looks different once, as a white belt, as a blue belt, as a purple belt, so on and so forth. Even though it's the same technique, but it's just that small little detail that they add from experience where it's like, man, I would never thought to do that, or I've never seen it perform that way. And, it's just amazing.
Yeah, like I still do everything he showed at that tournament at that seminar. I still do everything he showed, and that thing was 5 years ago now. And I'm like, every single move he showed, I still do.
I mean, if it ain't broke.
Yeah, it's just like a basic arm bar, like a basic step over arm bar, just like nothing fancy. Everything is simple, but then just the amount of detail he was able to show was just it was pretty. It was like art, full art.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite grapplers, man. I would love to get a chance to work, learn from him and pick his brain on a lot of stuff. He's been on my list for a long time, long time.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun one. Who else do you pay attention to these days? Are you watch a lot of grappling too?
I try to, when I can, but like I pay attention to Mickey Galval, of course. He's been like tearing it up a little bit. The Rotolo brothers, especially after CJI. Big
fan of the Rotolo brothers. I love those guys. Killers.
And, what's his name? Can't remember his name. He competed against Cade at CJI.
Tackett.
Yeah. He's another guy. I was like, well, dude, where did you come from? And man, that match, Cade and Tackett match was so good. Good.
I love watching Cade. I watch him do one thing that I copied. I love this move. When people are in open guard, he'll pin their leg down, like their knee, and he'll pin it down, and then he'll step on their shin with his foot and just stomp it to the ground.
Stomp it to the ground, yep.
I was like, that's smart. Like, that's such a good little tip that nobody thinks to do. And it's so high level and like smooth. I love it. It's me.
Man, step on that. Hey, it's in my way, man. I gotta get around it. I gotta get around it. It is what it is, yeah. But yeah, those are a few guys I've been kind of like keeping up with now. But just watching them, watching CJI for one was just like an experience within itself because I watched ADCC last year and it just felt like a drag, man. I'm like, all right, how many more matches we got?
The part was the Rotolo brothers.
Right, but then we get to CJI, the whole entire card was lit. And I was like, I wasn't expecting to sit down and watch it from start to finish, but I did.
I was
enjoyed every minute of it.
I was way too pumped. I even watched their pre-show thing when they had what's his name? The comedian on there is him and Gabby, and then
I know you're talking about the dude that was kind of like the mitigator between him and Gabby. Yeah.
And he's just cracking jokes the whole time. Oh my god, it was awesome.
I mean, even though we knew the match wasn't going to be like that serious, even the match with Gabby and Craig Jones was actually pretty good. I mean, he toyed with her for like the whole time, but it was still fun to watch. The build up was fun.
He said he was going to toy with her the whole time, and he did. It's like, well, some people are that good.
Yeah, some people are just that good. I mean, of course, you got like Mickey. You got like Mickey Rod, and all them other people. But it's just so many. It's just so many people.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of the old school guys. Like I used to love Jeff Glover back in the day. I was a big fan of his style. like that was the first like DVD set I ever bought. It was the Darsopedia by Jeff Glover, and it just had all the Darce setups. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. Love it.
Because I think when I first started like really like watching stuff in jiu-jitsu after training, started training, Andre Galval was kind of like the main one I was watching a lot of. Just how, because he's a big guy, but he moves so graceful. So it's kind of like, all right, that's, I like that style. But then after a while, just Damian Maya, Brandon Ortega, even, the Diaz brothers, and like I said, the Rotolo brothers. There's so many different people to name where it's just like a big impact on me jiu-jitsu wise.
Yeah, I was a sucker for the flashy stuff in the beginning. And then like my coach now is kind of drilling it into you to like, hey, chill out, just pressure pass, be heavy. Like I used to like watch a YouTube video. Oh, there you go, look at the cool move I learned.
Right, look at this handstand flip sweep I didn't saw.
Check out this cartwheel pass.
Right. I like the cartwheel pass. I don't do it often, but I like to kind of just bust out every now and then.
I like it, but I can't do it no more. It's too hard on the knees. Falling apart.
Yeah, I know. Like the last time I did it, we were rolling and the guy, like he threw his knees up and rolled back and I caught it straight to the chin. I was like, don't do that again.
I had one like that a long time ago. I was rolling. It was like I was rolling with like the smallest girl in the class, and she took my back, and I was just like, messing around, and I kind of like rolled, and when I rolled, I just smashed my face into my own knee, gave myself a bloody nose, and I was like, well, I guess she won that round.
So only I make me bleed my own blood.
I just did it completely to myself. I was like, that was dumb.
Oh, wow. Hey, man, the things we do for jiu-jitsu, right?
Hey, worth every second.
Yeah, all right, Gary, man. We asked everybody that comes on the show. I know we kind of threw a lot of names out there, but if there was anybody else, your top 3 people you would love to get a chance to roll with.
Oh, man. So number 1, I gotta go Randy Couture. He was like one of the first people that got me really into MMA and like got the love for like top pressure, grappling, and I loved his takedowns. And then Hoist Gracie, love Hoist Gracie.
Of course.
Always, that's gonna be everybody's. And maybe I'm gonna throw a weird one out here. Eddie Cummings, old school name, but he was killer. I love Eddie Cummings. The Wolverine.
Okay. I know that. Okay, I remember the name now.
He was so good. That guy was awesome.
Yeah, not a bad list. Not a bad list.
Kind of a weird one, but
I mean, if it works, man. If it works for you, it works for you. Unless you got any other questions for me, man. Oh, you said what?
I said I'll take any info from anybody. I'll take what I can keep.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But yeah, man, unless you got any other questions for me, man, fire away. If not, let the people know where they can find you. Shout out your school. Anything else you want to promote, man, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, so our gym is Marshall Judo and Jiu-Jitsu. We're over in Marshall, Michigan. Anybody's welcome. Come out anytime. We're normally open 7 p.m. on weekdays. That's all I got.
All right, well, Gary, man, I appreciate you once again for coming on and taking time out to do a show with me, man. I appreciate it. It was very, very fun talking to you, man. I'll definitely keep up with you on your jiu-jitsu journey.
All right, man. Take her easy.
All right, man. Well, that's the end of today's episode. I would love to thank Gary one more time for coming on the show and blessing us with his knowledge. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and all the social media and streaming platforms. This has been Talk Your Jits podcast. Keep rolling, keep grinding, and remember, long live jiu-jitsu. Have a great day.